Edgar Blackstone is awake.
I will see him now.
Want me to bring him?
No, I'll go see him. He might trust another magician with who he is more than a normal policeman.
Okay, Sergeant. That's him, Sergeant.
Turn off that light.
Oh my God, it's you!
You know him. Who is he?
Dr. Blake Alexander, my grandnephew.
Hi, Uncle, I don't feel...
Blake threw up on his uncle, the sergeant reeling back, disgusted.
Ew, thanks for that, Blake.
Ray removed the sick with magic.
Sorry, Uncle Ray.
Where have you been hiding?
I want my lawyer.
You have me, you don't need a lawyer.
I want my lawyer.
What?
I won't speak without Aureus.
Okay.
Later, Blake met his lawyer alone in an empty room.
Blake, what happened? Argent told Fred Alexander he needed to talk to him at a restaurant and got me plastered. I thought he was up to something, that's all I remember.
Aureus frowned.
Sounds like him. What happened? You were caught flying under the influence on a broomstick in the Auburn Tunnel. The tunnel was part of a toll road. Why am I here then? This is the only police station with a magician-proof cell. You were very rowdy when you were caught and drunk and giving a false name.
There was a knock on the room's door.
Come in.
In walked Ray and a woman.
Hello.
Hi.
Aureus knew how awkward his friend was. It had been 100 or so years, and the non-human Blake had remarried and become widowed since the last time they met like that. He was no longer Blake, he was Fred, the grandfather of Blake. He considered her his ex-wife. The scheming Argent knew who Blake was and why he had been in hiding as Blake. Blake was now Fred, the Emperor of the Universe.
You alright, honey?
Yes, my angel.
Have you talked to him?
Yes, said Aureus.
Where have you been, Blake?
Blake looked awkward and guilty.
My client has been on a mission for, Fred, the Emperor of the Universe.
Blake stood awkwardly, blinking nervously at his wife.
Oh, what was it?
What was it?
He can't say, said Aureus.
He's acting like he's not saying something.
What is her name?
Blake's wife, thinking she was replaced.
She's dead.
Forgetting Blake was a Grim Reaper.
Dead? You cheated me for a ghost?
She wasn't a ghost, she was his wife. He's a widower.
Realizing he was causing more trouble the more he spoke, Ray stopped speaking.
Help?
His wife was on fire with rage. She wasn't human either. A Grim Reaper appeared out of thin air.
You called?
The Reaper saw who was there and looked scared.
What happened, Gramps?
Blake palmed his own face.
I think I see what is going on here.
What? What's so funny?
He was married, I was his best man.
Blake looked scared he was truly caught as Fred. Angela hit Blake and burst into tears.
Angela?
Trying to hug her to comfort her, she pushed him away.
He forgot you.
She cried more.
He's not your husband anymore.
Who is he if he's not my husband anymore?
I can't understand how he can be him.
Ray said.
Who is he?
Angela asked awkwardly, wondering who she kissed.
I can hardly believe it myself. When Blake came back to clear himself of the murder he was accused of committing, when he first disappeared, he said he had amnesia. Fred had amnesia too. He is a widower too.
So?
Blake looked like a trapped rabbit about to be killed.
He is my adopted brother.
How can he be your adopted brother? You haven't got any adopted brothers.
Blake grimaced.
He does me. His parents adopted me as an adult.
Don't tell her.
I have to, boy.
Who are you?
Sapphirus.
No, you can't be. Why didn't you say who you were?
I couldn't. I didn't want to look like a dirty old uncle, even if I am not even related to you.
Blake said nervously to the reincarnated granddaughter of his other adopted brother Robert, the King of Time.
Is your father your son or stepson, Fred?
Val is my son too, not my stepson.
Angela grimaced, realizing she was her father-in-law's stepmom.
It gets me too.
The Reaper, one of Blake's and Angela's sons, squirmed, thinking his granddad was his half-brother.
The necromancer looks like a dog is chewing on his leg bone.
Ray said, chuckling.
Help!
Cried the Reaper, the necromancer, king of death, when Ray made a ravenous dog appear and bite his leg.
Quit it, Uncle Ray. You know I have a dog phobia.
Go or I'll sick the police on you.
Laughed Ray. The necromancer teleported away, leaving the dog. Ray made it disappear.
I know why you are hiding now. The Emperor can't be dead. You are half dead as a Reaper. You cannot be caught dead or the universe will fall into chaos. I won't betray your secret.
Nor will I.
You better go too so Fred can live. Blake can be a fugitive from the law again. Be careful you aren't caught again.
Okay, thank you, Uncle Ray. Angel, see you around.
Fred disappeared like his son after hugging his wife one last time.
I always wondered where Fred came from.
I wondered why Blake disappeared when he could come back to me. He has truly moved on. All I can do is let him go.